Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Nick Starchild. I help people of color and queer folks change their lives through travel, sabbaticals, career transitions, and financial literacy. I am a lifestyle architect, so I help you design and build your house. It is up to you to live in it and maintain it. I personally have traveled all over the United States, and now I live abroad in Mexico. I've gone through many career transitions in different industries. I've taken a sabbatical, which has changed my life completely, and I've used financial literacy to get out of credit card debt and to establish investments. So, if you would like any help with those topics or even other topics and you just want to chat with me, feel free to reach out to me through my Calendly link in the description below. Otherwise, you can like the video, you can subscribe, you can share, you can comment if you like, although I find that people tend to use the comment section as a right instead of a privilege and will be kind of negative or aggressive or hateful, and I'm just not here for that. If you are negative in the comment section, I just delete it, so please be positive. But with that, let's get into today's video. Today's video is about affordable travel hacks. Oh, mind you, I live in Mexico at the moment, and it is loud. My door is right at the street, and people are driving by, people are walking by, so it's loud. You just gotta deal with it. But today I want to talk about affordable travel hacks. So, how do you get around? How do you travel? Not even the world, but even your country, maybe even your state. Maybe you live in a big state. I'm from California. California is huge, and it is a lot of great attractions, a lot of great nature, a lot of great places to go in California. So even just traveling in your state, this can apply. So long-term travel, this is for long-term travel on a budget, right? So you just got to be strategic, got to be resourceful, you got to plan in advance. The first thing you want to do is choosing your budget friendly destination. So got to do some research, start there, look at the places that you want to go and be realistic about, can you afford to go to that country? Is it affordable? And it probably is. There's probably ways to make it affordable. But you want to look at the cost of living, what's the exchange rate compared to the American dollar or the Canadian dollar or whatever dollar you're using, the affordability. And then you also want to look at what is it like to travel at those places during off-peak hours. So that off-peak times and off-peak times can really save you a lot of money. So if you don't go during the tourist time, if you go during the fall or the winter or whatever have you, a different time of the year where tourists aren't there, you're going to save a significant amount of money. Also, just going to places that people might not always go to, right? So speaking of Mexico, many people will go to Cancun or Playa del Carmen or Puerto Vallarta, but maybe you go to Guadalajara instead, right? Or Allende, I forgot what it's called, something Allende. There's a couple of other cities in Mexico that might be far cheaper than going to the coastal areas. So it's something to think about and explore and research to see maybe there's a different city in that country that isn't as expensive but has just as many great amenities and features and places to go. The next thing would be slow travel. So if you want to go someplace and you're like, oh, I'm just going to go there for a week, you're going to probably spend a lot of money. Go from this place to a week, and the next place for a week, the next place, you're just going to be spending money on travel, literally the travel to get from place to place, airfare and all that. So I would suggest going slow, getting a long-term stay with Airbnb or Vrbo or what have you, and staying because you can usually get discounts if you stay for a month in those kind of situations. That's what I've been doing when I booked this place that I'm at right now. I believe it was, I want to say $1,200 or $1,300 for the studio I'm in, but because I booked a month, they took off several $100s and it's only $800. So of course, that's kind of expensive for the Mexico, but it's not when, that's a significant discount for one. And then two, it includes utilities. So it includes internet, includes Wi-Fi, includes gas, includes everything. So air conditioning. So I don't have to worry about everything. It's just one price. So wow, it's busy all of a sudden outside my door. So yeah, there's just something to think about. Is maybe trying to do slow travel. Also, because you're slow traveling, if you're in a place longer and it has a kitchen, you can cook your own meals, so you're not eating out as much. If you buy local groceries, you're gonna save a significant amount of money instead of eating out. That's just math, and it all allows you to really enjoy the place that you're visiting and understand the nuances and make connections with people. So that's pretty important. And the next point I was going to make was the monthly Airbnb. The only thing about that, though, I just want to point out is doing the monthly rentals is really great because it does save you money, but you usually can't get a refund if you decide to change your mind. I had this happen actually because I'm staying in Mexico for about 4.5 months. This place I'm only staying for a month, but the other place I'm going to, I'm staying for 2 months. But when I originally booked it, it was for 3 months. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't want to do 3 months. I just want to do 1 month. And then I tried to change it, and it was going to cost me a significant amount of money to change it to 1 month. I was going to have to pay more money. And so I realized that I could change it to 2 months, and I wouldn't get charged any fees whatsoever. So I was like, fine, I made the mistake of booking way too much in advance, but I will just work. I'll only be there for 2 months. That's something that you have to think about too, is like if you change your mind, what's gonna happen. So be cognizant of that. But for the most part, a month at a time, that's gonna save you money. Usually there's a discount if you do a month. So something to think about. Also, you could do is volunteer for free room and board, right? There's a whole bunch of ways you could do this. I think the most common one is called woofing, which is like worldwide opportunities on organic farms. It's where you go work on someone's farm and they give you housing and food. I don't love the idea of working for free room and board because that sounds like slavery to me. But, if that's something that you're open to and you're okay with, it can be a really great experience if you get a good host who's going to treat you right. But sometimes people are abused in these situations, so you do have to be prepared to leave if you feel like you're in a situation that's not good. But yeah, volunteer opportunities are also a way to take off some of that cost of living abroad. Another way that you could live abroad for significantly less is house sitting. Usually that comes with pet sitting as well. Usually if someone wants you to house sit, it's because they have pets back at home. So this is a really great concept. Usually it's in a place that's really nice. It's a nice accommodation. You just have to do some pet care. So that could be walking the pet if it's a dog, or even a cat sometimes, feeding them, taking them out, just generally taking care of them. Sometimes you got to give them medication, so you got to make sure that you're okay with that. But that can be pretty significant in taking off the costs of things if you're able to, find a house sitting situation. I think there is a company called Trusted House Sitters you can go to. It's pretty reputable. A lot of people who travel abroad use it. It doesn't allow you, you have to be a little bit more flexible because usually it's on their schedule. This person is usually going on a vacation or a work trip, and it's a very specific amount of days, so you have to be okay with being flexible around that. But it can save you so much money, so it's something to consider. I would say, looking back on all these options, you've got the budget-friendly destinations, going off the beaten path, traveling slowly, doing monthly rentals, and volunteering for free room and board, and then the house sitting, right, pet sitting. I think the key here in all of that is being flexible and adaptable. That's it. Just be open-minded. Things might not work out the way that you planned. If you are a very type A person and if things don't go the way you plan, I don't know if traveling is the best for you unless you have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, this is really great for people who are flexible and adaptable. It's just, if you're not, you're going to be frustrated. I've come into my traveling and been like, you know what? I'm just going to let things rock. I'm going to let things flow. I'm not going to push back on things and not get too upset if things don't work out or if I spend too much money or whatever. I'm just going to enjoy my life and let it ride. So yeah, that's what I would say for affordable travel hacks. Hopefully you found this helpful. But thank you for watching, and I really appreciate your support. It's really important for my channel to help it grow and reach the right people. So please feel free to like this video and share it. That's probably the biggest thing, is sharing it with people you think it would resonate with. But yeah, thanks for your time, and I will see you in the next one.